High School. My name is Kendra Byrell,
I'm Addison Byrell.
and we are your play-by-play and color commentary here today for Columbus Nekoosa action at the Cranberry Classic.
Good everyone, welcome to Assumption High School. This afternoon's contest features the Papermakers from Nekoosa.
So we will have the Papermakers from Nekoosa playing the Dons from Columbus Catholic in Marshfield. Starting for the Papermakers, we have freshman number 1, Taylor Krubsak. Junior number 2, Addison Lepak.
Great name.
Number 23, Laura Kaler. 34,
Ashlyn Garza.
and 44, Emily Vega.
For the Dons, we have number 1, Caitlin Casperson. Number 4, a sophomore, Sophie Wilczek. Number 11, a junior, Haley Hargraves. Number 12, a senior, Gracie Wilczek. And number 21, another junior in Chase Blinker. The Dons are coached by Eric Wilson. And the Papermakers are coached by Julie Heyer.
All right, Addison, what are your tip-off predictions here?
Well, I think Blinker's got a little bit of height on Nekoosa here. Blinker for the Dons on Vega, number 44. So I'm thinking Blinker might get this one.
Both teams looking to come back from a tough loss yesterday, looking to make improvements here, I'm sure. With this being such an early in the season tournament, I feel like both teams are still trying to figure out what's working, what's not working, who plays the best together, kind of getting into that flow here as basketball season is kind of a grind.
Yeah. And especially at Columbus coming off a long volleyball season, making
Correct.
it to the state run.
Yes, state
trying
tournament.
To switch gears over here to basketball.
Right, I'm seeing some familiar faces here on the court from the volleyball team. Looks like 3 of the 4 starters also played on that state team.
State runner-up.
Yes, very exciting for the school. Shot by Lepak.
Off the mark, but Nekoosa pulls down an old board. We'll take it out, slow things down a little bit, swing the ball around, get it inside to Vega. Passes back to Lepak, puts it up, no good. Ball goes out of bounds off of the Dons, so it will stay Nekoosa ball. Inbounding on the baseline is Lepak.
Don sitting here in a 2-3 zone. We'll see if it gives Nekoosa some trouble.
Certainly will.
Oh, no
Ball's
problem
inbounded.
inbounding.
Nice little step back there. Great offensive board for Vega. Shot goes up for Lepak, just leaves it short. Rebound goes to Wilczek, the younger Wilczek, Sophie. She'll take it up the court, find Caitlin Casperson, looking inside to Hargraves. Great cut there from Blanker. Looks like Nekoosa's in a 2-3 zone here. Shot fake from Casperson over to Gracie. For 3, no good.
Both
Rebound.
offenses taking some good shots here, feeling out the defense,
I love
what they've
that.
got going.
Fighting on the floor for the ball.
Right.
I love it. Wilczek
Gritty.
comes away from it. Comes away with it. Hargraves baseline, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound comes down to the Papermakers in Garza. Brings it up the court. Pushing ahead to Krubsak. Up to Lepak, swinging the ball. Great ball movement here early from the Papermakers. Nice skip pass, good shot fake. And the ball looks to be tied up here. Possession arrow faces the Papermakers.
Substitution in for the Dons as Izzy Holes enters the game.
Izzy Holes coming in as a freshman here. She's had a great first couple games. Seeing a good potential there for the freshman.
Definitely. Oh, good steal.
Ball tapped around. Ball gets through to Lepak, who will be fouled on the baseline. It's a heads-up play there for Lepak to just sprint the baseline, cut to the basket.
Right.
And Vega was able to find her there. So it'll be Nekoosa again inbounding on the baseline. We have a box set here. Columbus remains in that 2-3. And the ball is going to be inbounded up to Krubsak. It's a big skip pass taken away by Caitlin Casperson. Pushed ahead to Wilczek. Up to other Wilczek. Sophie takes the 3, no good. And Izzy Holes pulls down that rebound. Eric Wilson looking for a little more energy out of his team.
We are heading into a timeout. You are watching the Cranberry Classic on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
And we are back here at the Cranberry Classic. Just want to let you guys know our producer, Olivia, is keeping an eye on the comments for us. So please feel free to leave a comment. We'll give you a shout out. Shout out Ben. Thank you so much for watching. We love seeing what you guys have to say, so please keep it coming.
Yeah, let us know what you're thinking of the game. Columbus ball here after that timeout. Working around, trying to think of a new way maybe to attack Nekoosa's 2-3. We have a foul here on the Papermakers. I believe that'll be on number 2.
I will say, just from this point in the game, I feel like both teams are doing a very good job moving the ball, and they're not afraid to take shots early. You know? What do you think about that, Addison?
Yeah, 100%. I think great ball movement. They're looking for the right things. I think it's just a little bit more about execution right now as that ball gets stolen away from Caitlin Casperson.
Right, you're right. I mean, they're taking the looks. We just got to crisp up those motions, which will come. That'll come, like
Definitely.
we said. I mean, for Columbus, this is their 3rd game. Nekoosa, just their 5th game of the season. So lots to come.
Yeah, certainly early goings as we get a nice entry pass into the post for Vega, and she'll head to the free throw line after being fouled. That foul was on number 1 of the Dons, Caitlin Casperson.
And she will head to the Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel free throw line. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never happened.
After that foul, Caitlin Casperson will be subbed out of the game. And Haley Hargraves will come in for her. Vega connecting on both of those free throws. And Nekoosa has the lead.
Wow, it's hard to believe those were the first points of the game.
I know. Ball
Travel.
taken away by Garza, but she adds a little extra step in there. Gets called for the travel, so it'll be Don's ball here on the sideline. Holes to inbound. She'll get it into Sophie Wilczek. Looks like Dons are looking for that high post action there and blinker. It's a great way to split up a 2-3 zone. Get the ball inside and then look for cutters. You always have those kickouts for a shot, but getting penetration on the zone is always a great way to start for the Dons there. Great defense there
Nice
from Wilczek.
steal. Active hands.
Taps it away to teammate Izzy Holes. Finds Gracie Wilczek at the top of the key. Great flash there from Blinker.
Nekoosa still sitting in that 2-3 zone.
Seems to be working well for him.
I would agree.
The
Yep.
Dons are being active
Right. They just
in
gotta
their
look
movement.
to execute.
Yep, clean up those passes a little bit. Nekoosa Papermakers are kind of flying around, making things tough for them. So,
In case you guys didn't know, Addison, you have a little bit of experience in this sport. Do you want to tell people what you're up to these days?
I do have a little experience. I'm playing basketball at the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. Currently, I'm in my 5th year. Kendra also has some experience in this sport and other sports. Ken, tell them a little bit about what you've done in your life.
Yes, I was a Don as well, played basketball throughout my high school experience. And then I went on to play volleyball at the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire.
Woohoo.
Yes, go Blue Colts.
Yeah, so we are both we have both played in the Cranberry Classic. We've been coming to this tournament for years and years and years.
Right, when we were driving here today, we were talking just about how the drive just takes you right back to those days when we were playing and making that drive. Great three-point basket by Sophie, finally getting those looks to fall.
And that is one way that the Dons will find success in that 2-3 zone. If they can hit shots, you'll pull the Papermakers right out of that zone. A little momentum here for the Dons. Sophie Wilczek from the same spot for 3.
Nice.
Hits it again. Big
Way to be
time
aggressive.
Right there. Big time. We'll have a timeout for Nekoosa here after that.
You are watching the Cranberry Classic on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
And we are back here at Assumption High School. Second day action of your Cranberry Classic. Both of these teams losing their games yesterday find themselves playing each other today, looking to leave here with a win. We've got the Nekoosa Papermakers taking on the Columbus Dons. Travel there on Nekoosa, and it will be the Dons' ball.
Yeah, Columbus coming out with a little pressure there. Might have caught the Papermakers off guard. Holds the inbound to Wilczek here. Nekoosa sticking with that 2-3 zone. And I'm sure the Dons are looking for that girl right there, Sophie Wilczek, as she's just come off the last 2 possessions, hitting 2 threes.
Right. Addison, give us a little insight. I know you mentioned the shooting is what's going to maybe pull these Papermakers out of that zone, but what are some other keys to break that 2-3 zone?
Yeah, I think just great ball movement and a lot of cuts. So you can see that Chase Blinker is looking, it has been Chase Blinker. I think it might now be Gracie Wilczek, but they're working the paint really well. So if you flash in that high post, you get some backdoor cuts, backside action. They might sneak behind the zone on the baseline. Papermakers might not see them. Stuff like that. So great ball movement, definitely, and just a lot of action when you don't have the ball. That's going to be key for the Dons here.
Gotcha. Looks like Columbus is putting a little bit more pressure on Nekoosa here, kind of not, I wouldn't say full court press, but maybe 2/3 court.
Three-quarter court.
Yeah.
That's what we'd call that probably. Looks like a
2-1.
Yeah.
1.
What is it? They're kind of all over.
Yeah, they're kind of all over. I'm gonna say 2-2-1.
2-2-1 or a 1-3-1 maybe? Could be a 1-3-1. We ran that a little back in my day.
Right.
As a Don. That shot just
look.
In and out for
great
the Papermakers.
Look for Garza.
And Hargraves is fouled there on the rebound by Vega. So it'll be Don's ball on the far baseline for them. Holes will inbound to Sophie Wilczek. And away we go. 6-2 here, almost halfway through the first half. So see there, Sophie Wilczek, or Gracie Wilczek, getting it at the top of the key. So she'll just work and try to find openings. See if the Dons can get that ball inside. Great baseline drive there from Holes.
Nice.
Smooth little jumper there from the freshman.
Right, freshman. She's not looking like the freshman out there.
No, I think she had a really nice game, their first game of the year.
Travel.
At Rib Lake.
Came away with a win on that one.
Yes, they did. A close game. I believe they only won by 2. Substitution here for the Dons.
We have Chase Blinker entering the game for Hargraves.
Holds the inbound. We got a little bit of a stack action going here for the Dons. As the Papermakers stay in that 2-3. That was a good look there for Blinker, but great hands there by Vega. Just kind of getting in the inside, trying to seal her off. But Vega was ready for it. They had a jump ball, so the ball will be the Papermakers. I'm going to call it a 2-2-1.
Yep.
1-3-1?
2-2-1 final. Final answer.
Comment if we're wrong.
Yeah, right. Leave us a comment if you're seeing otherwise.
Nice little floater there. No good. Offensive board for Vega. No good there either. And Holes comes away with the rebound in transition. Pushes it up to Wilczek. Back to Holes for 3. Going to leave that one just short. Ooh. Great battle down underneath for the rebound. Blinker getting a little aggressive there.
Good board for Vega.
Vega draws the foul. Great positioning there. Getting low, boxing out, making Blinker go over the top. That's going to be a foul every time.
Alexis Trickle will enter the game for the Papermakers and Abigail Wojcik for the Dons.
Abby Wojcik is a nice little player. I was here yesterday. I saw her get some minutes, and I'm excited about her. So I'm excited to see her get a chance to get in the game early today.
Right. Columbus is a pretty young team, just one senior in Sophie Wilczek.
Gracie.
Oh. Gracie Wilczek, sorry about that.
Skip pass. Goes out of bounds for the Papermakers, so it'll be Columbus ball. Yeah, they definitely do have a young squad, a couple juniors, but they've got some promising sophomores and freshmen in
Right,
in the
4
program
freshmen
right now.
on the roster.
Yeah, something that
And
you love to see.
Yeah, right.
Another foul here on the paper makers, getting that ball inside the blinker. Little handsy there from Nekoosa. Sometimes it's just hard not to reach in.
Yeah.
Dons will inbound on the baseline. Out to Wilczek. Going
It's
3
good.
for 3. 3 for 3. Nekoosa's got to change that.
They got to
on the
get a hand on
inbound.
her.
We got to find the shooters.
Right.
Sticking in that 2-3 zone. What did we say, Ken? Shoot him out of it.
Yep.
Great defense there from
Nice.
the Dons. We're seeing some scrappy
I
basketball
was just
today.
going to say,
I'm
the way to
liking it.
get on the floor, girls.
I'm liking it.
Right.
Great active hands from both teams on defense.
Yes, Maddie Burnick will enter the game for the Dons. Another freshman seeing action here today.
And Maddie had a nice JV run this tournament, Ken, didn't she not?
Yes, she did. She actually ended up on the all-tournament team for Columbus.
Great job, Maddie.
Yes.
Happy again to see some young players here on the Dons. They've got 3 freshmen in right now with a
Yes.
sophomore and a senior. That's really exciting for that program.
Right, I would agree. I feel like good things coming there.
That ball just barely mishandled there by Sophie Wilczek and will go out of bounds.
Casperson will enter the game for the Dons. Sophie will take a break.
Yeah, so on the side we're seeing some good active hands on defense, but that does lead me to believe that
Nice, Maddie.
boom, example right there. But that leads me to believe that we can take care of the ball a little bit better on offense, going both ways here. So that might be a focal point of both coaches' minds right now. How
I
we
would
can
agree.
Take care of that ball, value the basketball. Great entry pass, but even better defense there by
Right.
Maddie.
I was going to
Burnick.
say, Nekoosa was getting their looks early. They were taking their shots, and now Columbus, I feel like, has really gotten into a rhythm defensively, both defensively and offensively, and they're getting their hands in those passes, and Nekoosa isn't getting as many looks now here in the second half.
That
of
3
the
no good
first.
for Caitlin. It'll be a jump ball coming off the rebound. Looks like
Nekoosa
it'll be-
ball.
Yep, Nekoosa ball. Yeah, I think Columbus is kind of maybe figuring out a little bit of what Nekoosa's looking for. Nekoosa's probably trying to use advantage in the post over the Columbus Dons here. So, and I think Columbus might have picked up on that. So seeing a little bit more pressure and harder entry passes for the Papermakers.
I will say the Papermakers are doing a really good job, I feel like, in full court zones, pressure especially. They are avoiding those corners, and they're avoiding getting trapped. I mean, it's only happened maybe once, but I feel like that is something they are looking ahead, getting those passes out early to kind of break that zone quick.
Definitely.
Or that pressure quick.
Great shot there from Holes for 3. Put the Dons up 14-2 here, about halfway through the first. I missed the call on that. Did
I
you
believe
see?
she stepped over the line, but I am not sure.
Gotcha. Stepped over the line. So Don's ball. Great momentum here for Columbus. They're hitting their shots now, finding ways to put points on the board. Inbounded to Hargraves, back to Holes for another 3. That one's going to be left
Ooh,
long.
great rebound.
Oh, board from Burnick, puts it up, but it's no good. Rebound comes down to the Papermakers.
Let's see if Nekoosa can get something working here on offense. Columbus just continues to attack the ball and keeping that pressure on them. We have a foul.
Foul on number 1, Krubsak for the Papermakers. Got a little too much of Sophie Wilczek in transition there. But it looks like the Papermakers on offense are trying to do that as well. Get it to the high post, and I think Columbus is kind of dialed in on that.
Right.
Pressure that ball, just
Right.
like that there.
Yes.
Into Burnick. Holes with it out top, over to Wilczek. Great ball movement here from the Dons. I like that they're being patient.
Right.
They're seeing what they have. They're not making too quick of decisions.
Right, keeping their heads up, looking for open teammates, noticing, oh, there are 3 people on me. Someone else might be open.
Yep. And that's exactly what you want to do. That's a great idea there from Hargraves. Just added an extra step, so she was called for the travel. But
Right.
I love that drive and kick right now.
Yes.
They're shooting the ball pretty well. So that's a great plan to go with. Still seeing that pressure from the Dons. Nekoosa handling it well.
Over and
But
back
she is going to
there.
be called for over and back there. That's a tricky one when you get in those trapping situations. You got to stay away from the corners.
Right, Chase Blinker enters the game for the Dons and Prairie Milestone for the Papermakers.
Corners seem always like the best place to go, but they are certainly not.
Right. Dangerous.
It's like a magnet, I swear.
Danger zone. Nice high post action.
High low, there you go.
Ooh.
And that's what I was saying
And
with that cutter. If you get that ball in the high post.
Right, agreed. And now she has earned herself a spot on the Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel free throw line. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never happened.
Yeah, sneak behind that zone. They'll never see ya.
Right, draw that foul. First one is good for Chase.
Substitution here for the Dons. Gracie Wilczek will come in for Izzy Holes.
I
Great
almost
minutes
called her
there.
Sophie again. In my head, I was like, okay, yeah,
How
Sophie.
cool is that? Sisters playing on the court.
Yeah, right? If only.
Once.
Addison and I are sisters.
That is true.
Yes, 3 years apart. So Addison was a freshman when I was a senior. And we did technically get to play together one game. I think.
One game we got in together.
Yes. Fun memories.
Best game of my life.
Right. Mine too.
Getting that ball inside to Hargraves, and she's fouled. So Papermakers got to be a little bit more careful here, getting into some foul trouble.
Right, and a little bit of what we were talking about before, just cleaning things up. The ideas are there. They're doing all the right things. It's just executing those a little bit more seamlessly.
Yeah, certainly. I love the idea of pressuring when that ball gets inside, flustering, trying to cause turnovers, but
Right.
we just got to keep our hands off a little bit more. Substitution here for the Papermakers,
Lee Pack heads into the game.
and Krusak will take a seat. That shot no good for Hargraves. Kaler comes away with it in transition. Lee Pack with the shot, no good.
She'll
Comes
get her
right
own
back out to her.
rebound.
We love offensive boards.
Free possession.
Yeah, nothing like it. Nekoosa looking to slow it down a little bit here.
Addison, do you want to talk a little bit about maybe how high school basketball differs from the college game? Shot clock.
Big difference is definitely the shot clock. It's definitely, it just seems like the game moves a little bit quicker in college because of the shot clock.
Just that added layer of pressure and getting
Yeah.
that.
Quick shot.
Right.
You're looking a little bit more for
Yes,
transition
right.
points.
Finding those looks.
Yeah, a little bit
earlier.
sooner. But I also can appreciate the patience that it takes to play.
Agreed. Hargraves will head to the Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel free throw line. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never happened.
Hargraves misses the mark on that first one. Second attempt on its way now. That one goes down.
Nice.
Dons are now leading 16-2.
They've pretty much had control of this game, both offensively and defensively. Gracie takes a hit to the face.
Taking her time getting up. I believe the foul was called on Gracie, was
Yes.
it?
Yes.
She gets a sub. Izzy Holes heads into the game for her. It's like they got her on her jaw there.
Yep.
Just give herself a minute there. Nekoosa inbounds the ball. Ooh, active hands right there.
Right.
Sophie Wilczek.
Right. They're having very good awareness of what's going on
Heads on a
around
swivel.
them. Yes, I was gonna say they know where the ball is, even when their girl doesn't have it, which I feel like is
Crucial.
half the battle. It's half the battle.
That's a big deal.
Yep.
Garza with it out top. Little entry pass in there to Milestone. Shot goes up for Kaler, no good.
Rebound, Hargraves.
Hargraves comes down with it. And the Dons are on the move.
Ooh, just out of reach for Casperson.
I love that look, though.
Right.
Love the idea of pushing the ball up the court with passes.
Right, and
in
again,
transition.
they're seeing their open teammates.
Which, again, like you said, is half the battle.
Right.
Just on offense now
Correct.
rather than defense. Substitution here for the Papermakers.
Brock.
Will come into the game. Milestone will take a seat. Don's keeping that pressure on, still sticking with that 2-2-1 type look. Not gonna lie, I'd be a little intimidated out there.
Ooh, nice.
It seems like Dons are everywhere.
Right. There's always a hand in a face.
Blinker comes away with that one. Great ball movement, Casperson for three. Just
In and
rims
out.
in and out. Great crash there from Blinker. Comes away
Yes.
with the O board, finds holes in the middle of the paint. One dribble, puts it up, no good. Rebound goes to Kaler for the Papermakers, who will dribble it across half court. Met by Columbus, looking to be in a 2-3 themselves. Going to call a foul there on Holes.
Gracie Wilczek back in action.
She will come in for Caitlin Casperson.
Krubsak also heading in for the Papermakers.
She will take the place of Ostrom. Downs in a 2-3 as the Papermakers inbound on the baseline. Shot goes up for that Garza, I believe, and that one's no good. Dons come down with it. Again, great ball movement by the Dons. People in the right spots.
Right.
Kick from Hargraves out to Sophie Wilczek for 3, no good. Rebound is tapped out to Gracie Wilczek, who will put in
2 of her own.
a shot. If I'm the Papermakers, I'm thinking a great way to kind of attack this pressure I'm seeing from the Dons is sending somebody to the middle.
Right.
It's a great way to split up a
I would agree.
full court.
Right. They haven't gotten trapped in the corners, but they're still always looking towards the sidelines.
Mhm.
They've got to kind of send someone up in the middle, and I think they would take care of this pressure
Pretty quick.
pretty quick. Yep.
Yep.
Deep 3. Just off the back of
Ball
the rim.
being tapped around. Good
Right.
fight for it.
Foul.
Wilhorn chasing that one down. I think she'll get fouled here. Another substitution for Columbus.
Maddie Bernick heads in for the Dons. Vega for the Papermakers. Nekoosa to inbound.
Kaler on the inbound here. Gets it into Krupsak. Over to Garza. Vega working that high post again. That was working for him early.
Right.
Getting her the ball. She did a nice job in there. See if we can find her again. Over to Garza here.
Right.
Takes it
Working
down.
the ball very well.
There's that
Very
high
well.
post just off the hands of Vega. Gracie Wilczek comes away with it, and the Dons are pushing it in transition. Finding Wojcik. Down the baseline to Bernick, back to Wojcik. Nice cross-court pass over to Holes. Great ball movement
Yeah,
from Columbus.
quick ball
I'm loving
movement
it.
for Columbus. I was going to say, it's tough for Nekoosa to keep track of the ball.
Yeah, it's just cruising, and that's how you find those gaps in the zone.
Right,
And
right.
you're-
That's exactly what you want to do.
Yep. Travel there from Maddie Bernick, so it'll be Nekoosa's ball. There we go. Looking middle. Looking middle. That's
Right,
all right.
right.
Taken away by Holes there. We'll dribble it in. Left-handed layup is no good, but Blinker is doing a nice job on the boards
Yeah,
here
she
today.
is.
I'm
She's
liking
being
it.
aggressive down there. It's good to see.
Underrated part of the game, rebounding. Go get a board.
That was my favorite part, personally.
Helps when you're tall. For those of you who don't know, Kendra is tall.
I am a tall girl.
And I don't think that she likes that I said that.
It's fine. It's simply a fact.
Bernick with it in the high post, finds Wilczek with a nice baseline drive, puts it up just in and out. And Krubsak will come away with the rebound. Hard-fought rebound. Great push here from the Papermakers in transition, finding a cutting Vega. She is going to be fouled. I believe that'll be on number 34, Maddie Bernick of the Dons. So Vega will be heading to the line for the Papermakers, and we'll have a couple of subs here for both
Right,
Columbus
looks like
and Nekoosa.
Both teams are in bonus, so this will be a 1-1.
Hargraves and Casperson coming in for the Dons. And number 10, Murray, coming in for the Papermakers. Front end of the 1-1 is no good for Vega. Hargraves comes down with the rebound, up to Holes. Looking at her options,
Blinker, nice.
Linker's going to be fouled.
Right.
Short corner.
She will head to the Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel free throw line. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never happened. Blinker doing a great job being aggressive down low and earning herself a spot at the line. Second
Yet
time
again,
now.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And her teammates are doing a great job finding her.
Right, right.
Looking, so catch the ball, face up.
Yes.
Look and see what your options are. And I think we alluded to that earlier, but Columbus is doing a good job of being patient when they get the ball, seeing what they have, and then putting their head down.
Second one is good for Blinker.
And attacking if they need to. After that, Blinker will take a seat, and Sophie Wilczek will come back into the game for the Dons. And Vega will inbound on the far baseline for the Papermakers. She gets it into Murray, who's met by Sophie Wilczek. Back to Vega. And there's that corner for you.
Right, dreaded corner action.
Hargraves comes
Stolen
away with that
away.
one. Pushes it up to Casperson. Drive baseline, little jumper there for Caitlin, and that one rims in and out. Rebound comes down to the Papermakers. And they're in action.
Taking it back the other way.
Nekoosa swinging the ball around.
Nekoosa they were getting their looks in earlier in the game. Now they're just sitting with the first two that were scored of the game, just 2 points here. What can they improve on, in your opinion, Addison, as a collegiate athlete?
Wow. I think just like that, being shot ready, I think
Yes.
that'll be crucial for the Papermakers. They're getting the ball inside, and then being strong with the ball. That ball goes into Vega, goes into a post, being strong with it, looking to kick. On those kicks, being shot ready. That ball gets inside, being strong with it, going up off of 2 feet, getting fouled. Don't be afraid. You got the Dons in bonus. Go attack them, get yourself to the free throw line.
Right, like Gracie did.
Boom, just right there.
She will head to the Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel free throw line. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never happened.
So that'll be an and 1 for the senior, the Dons lone senior, Gracie Wilczek. But as I was saying there, I think that'd be a great way for Nekoosa. They've had the Dons in bonus for a little bit here. We got to take advantage of that. Get yourself fouled and get to the free throw line.
Wilhorn with the rebound here as she entered the game prior to the free throw.
Krubsack meeting the Dons' pressure.
Look, they got inside. Good look, good look. Looking for a foul there. Goes up strong. Doesn't get it, but they'll get the ball at the baseline for another chance. A nice line inbounds play.
Gotta love it. Everyone had one.
Yep.
Some people might have 2.
Right?
I think yesterday I was watching the Dons game. They had a line and a stack. So
Wow.
throwing people off. 2
Right.
different plays, same setup.
Nice.
Holes with a steal at the top of the key. She'll take it down. Lays it in with the right hand. Nekoosa on the attack. Finding that corner. Dons are
Nice.
loving that.
Right.
Holes with it again. Great pass over to Hargraves. Puts it in with the left hand. Way to look up. Issy Holes. Great pass.
Right.
Gets herself in the book with an assist.
You can tell she knows the game well. Very,
Very aware.
yes, right. Smart player.
There we go. Trying to attack the middle there. That's what we like to see.
Right.
Take it up the middle. Stay away from those sidelines. So Nekoosa is fouled there, and Murray will head to the line for the bonus. Lots of subs here for the Dons.
We have Wojcik entering the game for the Dons. Chase Blinker comes on in, and Maddie Burnick. 1-1 here for the Papermakers.
Front end of the
First
1-1.
one's good.
Good for Murray. So she'll get a second crack at it. That's another thing that's different with college basketball in the women's game is you don't get 1-1. You just get bonus. The game is also played in quarters, not halves. So that's another thing to look out for. That 3 left short by Sophie. Rebound for Holes. She'll take a 3 of her own. No good. Wojcik getting the board. Dons with lots of chances here. Moving the ball around. Gets it to the top of the key. Sophie Wilczek over to Wojcik. Down to Blinker in the short corner area. Dons being patient. Smart with their ball movement here. Wilczek will take it on the left baseline. Good jump stop. Looking for Burnick. Grabs it. Kicks it out to Holes. For 3, no good. But the rebound comes down to Wojcik. And the Dons keeping up with that ball movement, getting those O boards. Lots of opportunities here for Columbus right now.
Right. Columbus is really letting their offense work.
Getting good looks and also crashing the boards well.
Right. Stolen.
Stolen away by Krubsack. Right idea there. Looking ahead. Looking up for Kaler, but that ball left a little high and it'll go out of bounds. It'll be Columbus ball on the baseline.
We have Gracie Wilczek, Haley Hargraves, and Caitlin Casperson entering the game for the Dons. Columbus up 22 with just under 2 minutes to play in the first half. 3-point look by Holes, no good. Good aggressive board by Hargraves. Heads up and earns herself a spot at the Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel free throw line. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never happened.
Way to be aggressive there by Hargraves. You love to see that. Going in. Going in strong. Drawing contact.
Couple more subs here. Ostrom enters for Nekoosa, and Holes and Sophie Wilczek for the Dons. We also have Trickle entering for Nekoosa.
So like we said, early in both of these teams' seasons,
Good board by Gracie. Kicks it out.
the Dons are just 1-1.
Yes, Dons are just 1-1. They won their season opener against Rib Lake and then fell to Assumption yesterday here in the Cranberry Classic. This is just their 3rd game of the season. Nekoosa is sitting at 1-3 on the season. They beat Tri-County earlier this year and have lost to Necedah, Spencer, and Pittsville.
That Tri-County win was a great win for the Papermakers to start their season. I believe that was their first game of the year.
Yep, it was.
So it's kind of surprising that Papermakers would be on their 5th game and Columbus is only on their 3rd.
Right, I would say
It's
that
just
is
unique. It's a
right.
little
That's
different.
another difference between college and high school. I feel like you'll see teams who have played 20 games this season compared to one who's sitting at just 12.
Great
It's
pass
very uneven.
inside there.
Nice.
Great find by number 23 on the Papermakers. Kaler with the assist there. And that will send Brock to the line for the and one.
Nekoosa finally getting their offense to work for them a little bit more here.
Again, we knew that action was there, getting the ball inside. Completes
Right.
the 3-point play. That is Brock again. We'll have some substitutions here. Blinker will come in for Columbus. And Krubstack and Kaler entering for the Papermakers. Holes for 3. Can't find the bottom of the net on that one, but Hargraves comes down with the rebound, finds Blinker. Skip pass over to the left wing. Blinker with it at the short corner. We got 40 seconds to go here.
Oh, switched pivot feet.
Happy feet.
Right.
It happens.
It does.
Papermakers with themselves a nice opportunity here at the end of the first half.
Right. Making a little charge here. Ooh. Tipped by Wilczek, and it will stay Nekoosa's ball.
Krubsack to inbound for the Papermakers. She'll find Kaler. Back to Krubsack. Great ball movement again. Shot there for Krubsack, just short.
Ooh, I thought that was going to fall.
Rebound comes down to Gracie Wilczek, pushes it up to her sister, Sophie. Finds a cutting
Inside
chase,
to
Blinker
Chase.
inside.
Ooh.
That ball just rolls around the rim. 13
Right.
seconds to play here, and Nekoosa's in transition.
Chase is using her height advantage here today, staying above most of the hands on the court here, getting those good looks, getting good boards.
Great looks here. 2 great looks there for the Papermakers to end the
Right.
half. Can't be upset with those.
Right. We will be back in just a bit. You are watching the Cranberry Classic on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
After a couple years of a job that doesn't fit, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That is where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Would cooking be a good fit? Try on a career in welding. Perhaps the outdoors suits you better. Or maybe helping people is a better fit. No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options, making Mid-State the perfect fit.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Chili Implement, located just west of Marshfield in Chili, is your Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. Big or small, Chili Implement has all the best equipment waiting for you. From farm tractors to lawn care, plus work and have fun in a Kubota side-by-side. Choose Chili Implement for your parts and service too. Chili Implement, open Monday through Saturday to serve you and 24/7 online at chiliimplement.com.
Hello, I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor, Next Home Hub City. If you're a first-time home buyer or seller, or you've been around the block, because of my experience, I'm able to help you in the most efficient way. I'm a full-time, full-service realtor. I focus on my clients 100%. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
If you have land to sell, talk to Ben Tilburg, the Midwest Land Guy. Ben Tilburg, with Pfeiffer's Auction and Realty, is your go-to expert for farmland and hunting land in Wisconsin. Pfeiffer's has been named one of America's top auction houses, year after year, selling over $2.2 billion. Ben's passion for the great outdoors and deep knowledge of the ag industry give him the edge to represent you and your legacy. Ben wants to talk to you about your land needs. Call today and mention this ad for a free land valuation or property proposal. Let's get your land sold. Nobody, and I mean nobody, does it better than Pfeiffer's Auction and Realty.
And we are back. We're going to give you a little halftime update here, talk about top scorers. We're also going to give a little behind the scenes action of what it was like when we played in this tournament, what's different, what is the same. Addison, do you want to start us off with top scorers for each team?
Yeah, I sure will. So our halftime score here has the Columbus Dons ahead of the Nekoosa Papermakers, 25-6. Top scorers here for the Dons are going to be Sophie Wilczek with 9, and then number 2, Izzy Holes with 7. For the Papermakers, we have Bristol Brock with 3. So, behind the berry, Ken.
Behind the berry.
That's a little term we came up with. Means
we did.
Behind the cranberry.
Behind the cranberry.
Behind the scenes
behind
at
the
the
Cranberry Classic. Yes. We kind of wanted to give you a little bit of inside look. What is it like as a player in this tournament? And thinking back a lot of years ago for me, little less for you, but still quite
still
a
lot.
few.
The more I look back at it, holy
right.
smokes.
Just kind of what it's like. I feel like we lived at Assumption High School back
for the
in
weekend.
the day.
Oh my goodness.
You make that drive from Marshfield to Wisconsin Rapids probably 6 times.
The weekend.
The weekend. Like I said, when we were driving here today, it just comes right back. All those memories flooding back. You just, I just knew how to get
it
here.
Was instinct. She didn't even have to turn the car. Her body just did it herself.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
But yeah, we've been coming to the Cranberry Classic. I think this is the 40th annual Cranberry Classic. And I'd feel solid saying we've been at least to the last 15.
Oh, wow.
For me personally. And I'm the youngest spiral.
Right.
So coming here for our cousins, our cousins games back in 2010, I bet.
Yeah,
that's 14
you're right.
Cranberry Classics.
Wow.
And we're just big Dons fans. Big basketball fans.
We are big big fans of the game. You
Yeah,
know,
of
we
course.
love the game.
We grew
But
up with it.
anyways, I just want to say, so basically, we arrive as a player on the bus. You get to the Cranberry Classic. And
You go up to your classroom.
Yes, you get assigned. If you didn't know, each team is assigned a classroom in the school, as that's kind of like their home-based camp-out place. So
basically a
instead of a
locker
locker
room, not a
room,
locker room.
right? Instead of a locker room, you kind of get a classroom. You can leave all your stuff in there. We'd spend times writing on the whiteboard.
Well, actually, let's go way back. Even before we'd leave, sometimes we'd go get breakfast as a team. Did you guys do that?
Yeah, we did do that. We did do
you'd
that.
go get breakfast as a team,
Yep.
and then you'd get on the bus.
Right.
And then you'd make your way on over to Wisconsin Rapids, which, by the way, is like, what, a 40-minute drive from Marshfield?
Yes.
As a high schooler, it felt like it was like forever away.
I know, it's so funny.
I think that about like all bus
Perspective.
rides now, or like
Perspective.
car rides. I'm like, oh,
Right.
3 hours is nothing, but when you're in high school, like a half hour seemed like forever away.
Agreed.
So it's just kind of funny.
Right, but yes, so you're just kind of assigned to that little camp-out place, and that's where you spend your weekend. It's funny because Assumption head coach now,
Ryan Klein.
Yes, I vividly remember being in his classroom.
Do you?
He teaches
He was
math.
Yeah,
he
he
teaches
was
math.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Yes. So that's just
and
a funny little
and
tidbit.
I mean, the people here, like, they've been here forever. The Burkhausers,
Right.
you
It's
see
those
them around.
classic names.
Those
Like each
Assumption
school
names.
has them.
I believe a Burkhauser sweeps the floor, and he's been sweeping the floor at
Right.
halftime for years. And
Yes.
man, I tell you, when I come out of halftime, that floor's never been squeakier.
Right?
Man, my shoes
never,
squeak.
I'm never wiping the dust off the bottom of my shoes. He's done it for me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Not a dust bunny in sight.
Right. One other shout out I want to give is to the concession stand cookie dough and
Oh,
Rocky
man.
Rococo's pizza.
Incredible.
Like that got me through these weekends
Yep.
as an athlete. Nothing better than Rocky Rococo's pizza post game. And that cookie dough.
Cookie
oh
dough
my
for
God.
dessert?
We gotta. If they still have it, I'm getting at least 3.
Do I dare say cookie dough pregame?
Yeah, cookie dough pregame, Rocky's post.
It's that good, guys.
Right.
If it's still here, you got to come to Assumption and get yourself some cookie dough
Treat
sometime
yourself.
this basketball
Treat
season.
yourself.
Yeah. Good stuff. Lots of memories at the Cranberry Classic.
Alrighty, and then we'll see you back here in just a little bit. Here's some words from our sponsors.
Nuts Deep 2, a Marshfield favorite for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Soup, salad, pizza, omelets, sandwiches, wraps, and burgers. How about appetizers like loaded tots and super nuts nachos? 14 large TVs to watch all your favorite games. Plus, entertainment and event space for groups large and small for your upcoming parties. Nuts Deep 2 again, awarded Best Burgers and Fish Fry in Marshfield. Nuts Deep 2 on South Central Avenue in Marshfield and Nuts Deep 2 North in Spencer.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Hi, I'm Karen from the Hearing House, and these are our grandchildren. Children are difficult to hear with anybody with hearing loss, and I know I would hate to miss out on anything they say.
Gamma, they're cheating.
Even that! If you're missing out on what they're saying, you're probably missing out on a lot more.
Love you, Gamma.
Aw, and they have important things to say.
Make your house a hearing house.
And we are back with second half action here at Assumption High School, where the Columbus Dons are up 25 on the Nekoosa Papermakers with 6. Starting the second half for the Papermakers, we have Krubsak, Lepak, Garza, Kaler, and Vega. For your Dons, we have Kasperson, Hargraves, both Wojciechs, and Blinker.
Yes, we do. So the Nekoosa ball to start the half. And the Dons sticking in that 2-3 zone to come out with. It's been working for them, so why go away from it, right, Ken?
I agree. I agree. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Boom. Ball tapped out of bounds by the Dons, so it'll be Nekoosa ball on the baseline here to inbound. Lepak finds Krupsak for 3, no good. Goes to Hargraves in transition.
And that shot will fall for Casper.
Dons have been shooting it well, and they're not leaving that at halftime.
No, they are not.
Great look ahead, great defense from the Dons. Great pass ahead to Casperson from Hargraves, but can't connect on that layup. So Nekoosa gets the rebound, and they'll come back with it to our left. Working the ball around the key, swinging the ball from wing to wing. Skip pass over to Krupsak for 2, no good. And that rebound will find its way to Sophie Wilczek, who's looking to push it up. Adds an extra step in there. That's one thing. If you're running in transition, make sure you're looking back. If you're running ahead, look back. Be ready for that ball to be pushed ahead.
Right.
It's a good idea by the Dons, but they'll get the execution piece here. Nekoosa ball.
Lepak is very confident handling the ball. I feel like she is kind of their go-to ball handler for the Papermakers. They're always kind of looking to her for guidance.
Yeah, they are.
Just a junior for the Papermakers.
Yeah, that's encouraging. Papermakers with a young squad as well. Kaylor being the only senior on the floor right now, if I'm not mistaken. So that's another exciting thing. Both teams playing pretty young here.
There, Hargraves did a good job looking behind, but Lepak read that pass like a book, nabbed it.
Flying through the air. Head on a swivel. Foul there will be on Sophie Wilczek, just reaching in on the Papermakers there. So Lepak will inbound on the far sideline for the Papermakers. Finds Krupsak, who gets it into Vega. Met by 2 Dons, kicks it back out. Finding Lepak, goes for 3. She's fouled on the 3 again
She
by
will
Wilczek.
head to the Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel free throw line to shoot 3. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never happened.
3 free throws. You don't see that very often.
No.
First one left short for Lepak. You always love a good 3-point play if you can get
You really do.
Tough to come by. Second one, no good there for Lepak as well. She'll get one more crack at it here with the third.
Third one goes down for her.
You know what they say, Ken. Third time's the charm.
Third time's the charm.
Boom.
Bam, baby.
Ball brought up by Wilczek. Gets it to the high post for Blinker, but that one's stolen away by the Papermakers. They'll come down with it in transition, finding a cutting Vega. Takes one hard dribble, goes up with it, gets fouled.
And she will head to the Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel free throw line. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never happened.
I'm loving what the Papermakers are doing.
Me
right
too.
now.
I feel like they used halftime to their advantage. Now they came out here, made a change, and are finding themselves at the line twice already.
Scoring without the clock going down.
Right. Izzy Holes enters the game for you, Dons.
And getting the Dons in, do I dare say, some foul trouble here. We've got
3 early.
Casperson and Sophie Wilczek both with 3 fouls here early in the second half. Something to keep an eye on if you're a Papermaker. I'm attacking.
Right.
Holes takes the 3, leaves that one short. Rebound comes out to the Papermakers. That is Kaylor that pulled that one down. Finds Vega. Top of the elbow there. The shot no good. We're coming back with Columbus. Holes little shot fake. Finds Sophie Wilczek. That three's
Wilczek
good.
for 3.
I don't have exact numbers, but I'm feeling like she's like, what, 4 for 6 right now? 4 for 7?
Yeah. She's shooting well. I just want to give a shout out to the other Birals. I got a message that they are watching. Shout out Joe, Abby, Annie, Nancy, and Alex.
Shout out Birals.
Shout out to our family.
They are also huge Cranberry Classic lovers.
Right. They have been there every year we have.
Yep.
And more.
Probably more. Almost with Alex.
Right.
Vega's on the line again.
She heads to the Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel free throw line. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never happened.
Leaves the first one short, or I think it was a little long on the first one there. Second attempt going up here. That one pops in for Vega. Sophie Wilczek coming with it across the timeline, pushing up to holes on the right wing. Casperson got 2 posts inside working for the Dons. Holes will let that one fly, gonna be no good. Great box out and crash there by Columbus, going after those O boards, but it's gonna go off of one of the Wilczeks. I'm pretty sure it was Sophie. They were both in that corner there. And
In case we have
Nekoosa
basketball
ball.
newbies watching, what is an O board?
Offensive board. That is an offensive rebound. So
Gotcha.
Your team puts up the shot and you come down with the rebound when you're on offense. Defensive board being the opposite. You're on defense.
Which is more valuable in your opinion?
I love myself a good offensive rebound. It's also very satisfying. You know, it's your job to get a defensive rebound. Like, you're almost expected to get it. So when you get an offensive one,
it's a little special.
Just feels a little sweeter.
Right.
So Dons are kind of working in an X action on the inside, meaning right now you have Gracie Wilczek and Chase Blinker working. One's going high post, one's going low post. Lots of movement through the zone.
Sophie Wilczek will earn herself 3 free throws at the, you guessed it, Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel free throw line. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never happened. First one is good for Sophie.
Man, I just said how rare it is to get 3.
I know, and now we had
free throws.
2. Second one is good for Sophie.
Making me look silly.
Right. Do you even play?
No, just kidding. I do feel like it's kind of rare. But
Right.
I guess maybe not. Maybe not so much in the high school game.
Right.
That ball
Chase
stolen
Blinker.
away.
Good
Off the
turn.
rebound. And
Nice.
one. Let's go.
Chase Blinker earns herself the &1.
Defense making offense there for the Dons.
Wow, nice line.
Thanks, Ken.
Hargraves entered the game for Columbus.
And Gracie Wilczek will take a seat. Free throw goes up for Chase Blinker. That one just bounces in and out, but Hargraves with the board on the left side.
they're
puts it
fighting
up,
for it.
no good. Chase Blinker throws one up, no good. Wow, lots of offensive boards, lots of second chances there for the Dons, and Hargraves finally gets one to drop and draws the foul. So she's going to the line again, or 2. One shot on the way for Haley Hargraves here. That one's no good. Rebound goes to Kaler. Nice inside find
great
there
look
from Garza. Ball just tapped away, and Holes gets it.
Right, Holes
2
continues.
paper makers.
Nice.
Great follow.
Soph there to scoop up the board and lay one in for herself.
Always follow in transition. You never know. You hope
Right.
your teammate makes that layup, but you never know.
Right.
Be there for him, just in case.
Holes continuing to do a great job at court awareness. You know, she knows where the ball is, where it's going, and is able to intercept those passes.
Quite a lot of action there in that past 30 seconds. Not even. Substitution here for the Dons.
Bella Moore.
That's a freshman, I believe, right? Bella?
Yep, she is a freshman, and she will come into the game right before this break. You are watching the Cranberry Classic on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
And we are back. 13 minutes remaining here in this runners-up game, I would call it. Would you call it that? Loser? Don't want to say that. The two.
Third and fourth place game.
Okay, sorry about that.
Third and
sorry
fourth
about
place game
that.
here at the Cranberry Classic. So both teams falling yesterday to Assumption and Pittsville, who will face off after this game, I believe.
Yes, they will.
Trying to come up with both teams' second win of the season here today.
I just also want to make mention here, I am sitting with what I call a top Cranberry. Addison Byral is in the book for being all-tournament team here a few years ago. Let me pull up the exact year.
Way back in the day.
Tournament history here.
Pride and joy.
The glory days, some would call it.
It's going to make me look old.
And there she is, 2019, top Barry, Addison Byral for Columbus. Oh, and 2018. Wow, this girl can play. And 2017? Okay, now I'm just feeling bad about myself. I am sitting here with a Cranberry Classic legend. She's a 4-time top Barry. Because she was JV and then 3-time varsity top Barry. Wow.
So anyway.
Legendary Barry.
Also, hold on. We have to shout out our mom because she calls the players berries.
The top berries.
Top berries.
Yes.
That's
Shout out Lori.
Lori Byral.
For the top berry title.
That's all her.
I believe they are just all tournament team to some, but to us, top berry.
To us, they're more.
No bottom of the bog berries here.
That's right. Nobody deserves.
No berry left behind.
Nobody deserves that title.
All right.
Great ball movement for the Dons here. Hargraves takes a nice 15-footer, but no good there. Rebound, of course, goes to the Dons twice. Ball goes in and out yet again.
Oh!
Tapped around. Man.
Wow, active hands here on the court.
The ball will stay with the Dons. Another offensive rebound for Hargraves, but leaves it short again. Vega finally able to pull that one down, but leaves it just within reach of Blinker. So it'll be a jump ball, and that possession will go to the Papermakers. Hard-fought defensive possession there by the Papermakers.
So, Addison, what do you feel about the frequency of jump balls happening in high school basketball? Why do you think that happens? I don't see that when I'm watching your college games. Do you think it's just ball gets tied up a little bit more often, or
that's a good
is
question,
it just
Ken.
not letting the players play? How do you feel?
I think that's a good question. I think there are times where maybe the whistle's blown a little quick.
Mm-hmm.
There are times where we can let them figure that out on their own. But I also think it could be like a ball control thing.
Gotcha.
From a high school athlete, being more secure with the ball, working on ball security, and ripping the ball away. Don't leave the ball in a spot where it's accessible for the defense.
Ah, I like that.
And also, I think maybe it's a little more prone for high school players to want to reach in on defense.
Right.
So maybe just by chance, like they do that more often.
Gotcha.
And the ball gets tied up a little bit more than it would in the college game. I think the more often you'd see a jump ball in the college game is when it's a loose ball and it's on the floor.
Gotcha. Izzy Holes on the Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel free throw line. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never happened. New crop in here for both teams. We have Alexis Trickle and Reagan Wilhorn for the Papermakers.
Abby Kibble checking into the game for the Dons with a couple more.
Right, she's the
this
new
is her first
face
time in the game.
for
Yep.
the game,
Number
yes.
22, I believe. Abby Kibble at the top of that. 1-3-1 there.
Yes.
That's a great move by the Dons.
That is great.
Long arms.
Looking ahead for Holes.
Works really well for him. Gets the ball, passes
2.
it up to Holes for 2. And higher for the Papermakers. We'll call a timeout with that.
You are watching the Cranberry Classic on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 16 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now. Choose drunken chicken, BLT, Western, mac and cheese, sweet chili chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has broasted chicken, fish sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and Scotty'sPizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Tired of hearing about checking account features? So are we. It's more about what you can do with your money to live the life you want. Forward Bank puts your access to everything you need in the palm of your hand. Mobile deposit, recurring digital payments, transfer funds, or pay a friend easily. Yes, our checking is free and includes all that you would expect. It's supported by your neighbors and friends at Forward, dedicated to serving our communities. Open online today at forward.bank.
We're coming back to you at Assumption High School out of the timeout called by Coach Heyer. Thinking Coach Heyer wanted to talk with her team a little bit about how to attack this 1-3-1 that we're seeing from the Dons. How I would attack that would be 2 up top, 1 working the elbow area, and then you got 2 down in the corners. But looks like whatever Nekoosa's doing, something similar, seems to be working. They get a nice shot attempt there. But that ball will be thrown away eventually by the Papermakers, and it'll be Columbus ball on the far baseline. Holes will inbound it to Sophie Wilczek.
If I'm looking to be a top Barry, Addison, what do you think it takes? What sets a good player away from a great one? And say someone is looking to play at the next level, what do you think is most important here at the high school level?
That's another great question, Ken.
Thanks.
What I like to see, I think, is like effort. I think hustle plays. Hustle plays are huge, just from like an energy standpoint, momentum standpoint for yourself and your team. So if I see you out there hustling around, going after 50-50 balls, trying to attack the offensive rebound, going in strong, drawing contact, getting yourself to the free throw line. Lots of things can make you stand out.
Gotcha.
On the court. Those are just a couple of my favorites, I guess I would say. But somebody that's looking to like put their head down and drive and draw contact, I feel like you don't see a lot of that.
Right.
And that's what I like. I know yesterday we had a couple takes in the Assumption Columbus game that they just stand out to you a little bit more than other baskets do. And communication, I think talking.
Right.
That's something that I'm noticing is a little bit different from a high school gym to a college gym.
Right.
I
would agree with that. I would agree with that for sure.
Which I think is natural. They'll grow into it. Again, like we said, we have 2 really young teams here. So
right.
Finding out how
that confidence, and that
yeah.
confidence will come with preparation as they get more comfortable in situations, as they see more defensive situations, offensive situations. As they get older and experience more, the game does slow down.
Yes, of course. We'll have Garza coming in here for the Papermakers, and she will give Lepak a break. But yeah, that's a great point. We have 2 really young teams really early on in the season. So all that stuff will definitely come for both teams as they get working on it, as they see more, just like you said, as they see more defense, see what works for them on offense, know what rotations are working well for them. Holes finally connects there on a 3 on the left wing.
She brings her total of the day up to 13.
Nice day here for the freshman.
Yes.
Have a foul on Holes coming back down on defense. So we have quite a few substitutions here.
Hargraves, Blinker, and Casperson for the Dons.
Inbounding for the Papermakers is Kaler on the far baseline, on the far sideline, I mean. The Dons staying in that 1-3-1 look.
Right.
This whole time here.
Might be something that they're looking to get more use of as the season goes on.
A great way to practice it here today.
Right, agreed.
Moving it around, taking their time are the Dons. Casperson lets that one fly, leaves it short, but guess who get the board there? Blinker.
Blinker. She's on those today.
I believe she did step out of bounds, though, on that one after securing it, so it will be Nekoosa's ball.
Milestone heads in for the Papermakers.
Inbounding is Garza to Kaler. 1-3-1 from the Dons still. Strong with the ball there. Abby Kibble tips it out of bounds there, I guess, forcing a little bit of a stressful situation there for the Papermakers.
Another freshman with really good potential.
Definitely. Good ball movement for the Papermakers. Shot goes up, left long by Milestone. Columbus comes down with the rebound. Hargraves up to Bella. Over to Blinker.
Blinker looking inside.
Trying to get it into Abby Kibble, maybe.
Right.
There's that X action with Blinker up top. All on the ball. Ball gets tapped away. Maurer able to maintain control of it, though. Blinker in the high post puts up a shot. Ball comes down to Wilhorn. And Nekoosa has it in transition.
Tipped by Kibble into the hands of Hargraves. She'll head to the line. The Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel free throw line. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never happened.
First one is good for Haley. Substitution for both teams. Holes and Krubsak are coming back into the game. Holes for the Dons and Krubsak here for the Papermakers. Second shot on its way here for Haley Hargraves, the junior. And that one is no good. Rebound to Wilhorn for the Papermakers. Out to Milestone, who finds Krubsak.
Tipped away.
Tipped away by Bella Maurer, another freshman, up to Abby Kibble. Takes it in with the right hand. Nice little jumper for two. Got 3 freshmen on the floor and 2 juniors for the Dons.
Right, looking to trap.
We're going to have timeout here by Coach Heyer and the Papermakers.
You are watching the Cranberry Classic on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Bauer & Feind has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Bauer & Feind Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
And we are back with second day action at the Cranberry Classic here at Assumption High School in Wisconsin Rapids.
40th annual.
Oh yeah. We have the Columbus Catholic Dons taking on the Nekoosa Papermakers. Just a little over halfway through the second half of action here.
Dons lead 48-8. Nekoosa with the ball.
Great action here from the Papermakers, taking their time.
Nice. Way to regain control, Krupsak.
Ooh, attacking there. Ball gets tipped away there by the Dons and Holes with it in transition. Shot goes up, no good. Gets the rebound. Puts up another one, but she is fouled.
She will head to the Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel free throw line. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never happened.
Izzy Holes at the free throw line. First shot here for the freshman is good. Second one on its way. That one's left short. The rebound comes down to the Papermakers in Kaler.
Kaler is another one, very strong with the ball.
Great
as she
drive
drives
there.
to the lane.
And that's what I was talking about earlier, putting your head down, getting to the paint.
Right, and she will head to the Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel free throw line. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never happened.
Head down, strong drive, get yourself to the free throw line. First shot is no good there for Kaler, but she gets a second.
It's good.
That one's good. Substitutions galore here for the Papermakers. What do we got?
Lepak for the Papermakers. Ostrom. Trickle. Murray and Vega are in for the Papermakers.
Blinker with it in the short corner, kicks it out to Maurer. Finds Holes, Hargraves, Chase Blinker at the elbow. Great find on the weak side over to Holes. Lets that three fly, no good. Comes down to Vega. Great drive there from Vega. And she's fouled. So where's she headed, Ken?
Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel free throw line. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never happened.
Emily Vega, a freshman for the Papermakers, at the line for two.
Aubrey Lambrecht heading in for the Dons. She is a new face in this game here today, along with Caitlin Casperson.
Second one for Emily Vega, on its way right now. That one's good. Abby Kibble to inbound for the Dons. Finds Bella Maurer. Over to Caitlin Casperson. Back to Bella. Back to Caitlin. Nekoosa sticking with that 2-3 zone look that we've seen all game. Caitlin Casperson lets a three fly, no good. Rebound goes out to Bella Maurer. Tipped around. Back in the hands of Casperson. Blinker will have her shot at a long two. That one's no good. Rebound.
Lambrecht worked hard in the paint there. I thought maybe someone would see her. Maybe next time.
She's got to be maybe a little vocal.
Yeah.
Give me the ball.
That does help.
Rebound to the Dons. We're working in transition here. Great run ahead by Blinker. Ball goes up to her. Back out to the top of the key. Dons will work the ball around the key. Casperson is called for a travel there.
Right.
Inbounding here are the Papermakers. We have Ostrom inbounding to Murray. Murray will take it across half court for us. Right to left. Back over to the right wing for Brock with it. Kicks it back to Murray. Finds a little gap there. Puts it up with the left hand, but that one won't drop for her. Vega, of course, there, crashing the boards offensively for Nekoosa, and that ball is going to be tied up. It will go to the Dons. Vega doing a great job on the boards as she has all game.
Montana Rowe and Morgan Livernash enter the game for the Papermakers.
Two new faces there for Nekoosa. Vega is just working hard on those boards. She's doing a really great job there trying to get extra possessions for her team. Great pass inside from Aubrey.
Right, Blinker.
To Blinker. That deep two will go for Abby Kimmel. Just over 2 minutes to play here. The first girls varsity game of the day at the Cranberry Classic.
Assumption Pittsville will follow this one. Rowe being strong in the post, owning the paint, and earning herself a trip to the Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel free throw line. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never happened.
Yeah, it should be a good game coming up here with Pittsville and Assumption. Two teams that I think have a pretty solid squad this year.
Yes, agreed. That should be a good matchup. Second one falls for Rowe. You might be wondering, why hasn't the clock stopped? Because there is a 40-point differential in this game. It is a run clock here for the last minute.
Blinker with it. That one looking for a kick to Kibble. Will head out of bounds. Murray will inbound it to Ostrom for the Papermakers.
Stay tuned following this game. They will announce the all-tournament team, and a few new top berries will be crowned.
How exciting is that?
I know, right?
Man,
what an honor.
That just takes me back.
Me too.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I wonder who our berries will be today.
Me too.
As we said earlier, the Maddie Bernick was named the one of the Columbus JV all-tournament team members. I believe they do 2 per team, so I'm not quite sure who the other one was. And then we didn't get word on whose Nekoosa's was.
Right.
But always an exciting time. Be named all-tournament team. That's a great honor. And there you have it. That's the ball game. Dons take this one from the Papermakers, 51-11. Here at the Cranberry Classic.
All right, a big thank you to both teams.
Dons will take their third game and move to 2-1 on the year, while the Papermakers will fall to 1-4.
Thank you so much for tuning in here on Zaleski Sports. Stay tuned for just a little bit longer. We will announce the all-tournament team.
Please give the Nekoosa Papermakers a big round of applause.
Both teams had a really great tournament. I feel like they're coming away with a good list of what to work on here. Early in the season, still lots of room for improvement for both of these squads. I think both will have a very successful year. Sophie Wilczek and Izzy Holes are your all-tournament team selections here for the 2024 Cranberry Classic 40th Annual. And there you have it. Do you have anything else, Edison?
No, that's all I got. Thanks for joining us here today. We had a really good time on the mic. Hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. I always love calling some basketball with my sister.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you to Olivia, our producer. And just a reminder, you are watching the Cranberry Classic on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Keflatiri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.